thoughts of a patrol officer. Buddy, how are you?
I'm good, Lenny. How are you today, buddy?
I'm better than yesterday. I was being a little bitch yesterday.
It happens. It is what it is.
Yeah. This is not what we were going to talk about, but can we talk about a story about being a little bitch?
Sure. I would love to hear it.
All right. So one of my first jobs, I was a dishwasher at a truck stop diner, which has stories upon itself. And I know you're a little bit older than me, but you know of Lincoln Park, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I'm not ancient.
Well, I mean, sometimes you act like it. So I liked Lincoln Park when the first record came out, and the second record was really good too. But then I just kind of fell off a little bit, and I thought they were kind of like whiny bitches, right?
Okay.
And they kind of are a little bit. But I was washing dishes, and this guy was playing Lincoln Park. I'm like, oh, these guys are a bunch of whiny bitches. And he's like, yeah, bro, so are we, though. And I kind of thought about it, and I listened to the records again. I'm like, maybe I am a whiny bitch. I am a whiny bitch.
Because the lyrics resonated with you?
Yeah.
I can't say that I've ever listened to the lyrics of Lincoln Park.
Now, to be fair, young Lincoln Park, like, to me, the first two records are, like, really good. Everything after that got a little too, I don't know, a little too not what I liked, I guess. I don't know. They had a few songs hit or miss from there, but the first two CDs were really good to me. I like them. I still listen to them every once in a while. But yeah, because of that, like, you listen to like In the End, and he's, bitching about a breakup or whatever. And I mean, I don't know. Like when you're a teenager too, like I was a teenager, so you were probably like 40 and fighting wherever you were.
I was in Iraq.
Yeah, you were in Iraq.
Picking sand out of my ass crack.
And I'm fucking working for $5 an hour at a truck stop in Northeast Colorado. But
dude, these are all country songs. Everything out of your mouth is a country song. You know that?
Everything?
Almost.
Except
some of the
Ah-ther.
stuff comes
There's
out
no
of your mouth
country
is just
songs on
trash.
Ah-ther.
No, that's a Canadian song.
I actually got a message the other day, and some guy's like, dude, you really need to figure out how to say that. I'm like, I know.
It's so weird.
It is so weird.
Well,
it's
like,
fucking kill my career.
I grew up with a guy who, and like in Ohio, people from Pennsylvania speak a slightly different version of English, but it's not much. It's kind of like your Ah-ther. He would say pillow, like it had an E in it instead of an I. Like hello. And he would also say milk, like M-E-L-K, milk. It was funny.
It's kind of weird where you pick up different things. My dad is from New York, and for a long time, I don't know if he still says it, but like when he said Colorado, he'd say Colorado. He's from New York, okay? Like he'd say it with this like Southern drawl, and he told me that the reason he talks the way he does is when he was in the Army, he was with a bunch of Southern boys and he picked it up. So he has this really weird accent, I guess. And but when he goes back east and he's with his brothers and sisters, you catch that a little bit, the East Coast. So it's kind of interesting. You talk sometimes like the people you're with, if that makes sense.
No, it does. You pick up the dialect for sure.
Yeah. So maybe people in Iowa can't say other. I don't know.
But you're not from Iowa.
But I'm picking up their dialect, dickbag. That's what we just talked about.
I've met other people from Iowa and they don't say Ah-ther.
Okay, well, apparently it's a me thing.
You know what it is there's like it's such a bad analogy, but there's like little gerbils in your brain, and because they made it all the way. Yeah, they made it all the way up to your brain from that time that the gerbils
started in my ass and they went all the way to your brain.
But like when you're trying to talk, and like there's a signal that goes up to your brain. It's like, hey, he wants to say this word, and they're like pulling the levers. And there's this one. He's either kind of stupid or he's drunk or high. And every time that you go to say other, he's like, ha ha, and he pulls the other lever, and it's like Ah-ther, and you're like, you're trying not to, but you can't help it, and it's because there's a gerbil up in your brain. I'm sorry.
The gerbil was bad.
Yeah,
he's scratching his way to get out. it is interesting though, because you can get so in your head about different things. Is like when I used to play Little League Baseball, I'd be like, all right, I'm not gonna pull the ball, I'm not gonna pull the ball, I'm not gonna pull my head. Did fine in practice, thinking about it, got up to the game, fucking pulled my head, pulled the ball every single time, you know?
That's funny.
We just get into those. You brought up country music, and again, this isn't what we're supposed to be talking about, but you'd think I'd listened to a lot of country since I moved out here, and I kind of stopped. But every once in a while, I'll listen to country music, and I think it's like a well-known thing. New country music is god awful.
Yes, it doesn't count.
Bro, what's with the fucking drum tracks in country songs now, and like the bass and shit?
I can't take it. The thing that pisses me off is that some of the singers who are what I consider pretty country are doing it. Like, I heard some song, I couldn't tell you what the song is, but I turned to my wife, I'm like, why the fuck is this on my country music station? And she goes, it's Miranda Lambert. And I had no idea. It's a disgrace.
You know, we're going to talk about the N-word later, maybe. So maybe bringing up Morgan Wallen's a good timing, but he has a new song which I'm listening to, and it could be excellent. It could be a great song, but it's just got this fucking stupid drum beat. And I'm like, I want to listen to fucking country music. Stop, you dumb assholes.
That's why I don't listen to the radio much anymore.
Well, you don't have a lot of choices out in Iowa.
No, you just Bluetooth your phone in.
Well, sometimes that doesn't always work, okay?
All right.
Not all of us aren't making, the big bucks and fancy YouTubers or whatever you do.
Right. That's going to segue into a conversation we're going to have later.
Okay. Well, I guess we should get to what we're talking about.